Que desde aquí. No, estoy más cerca desde el agua. Vamos un poquito y llegamos para allá. Tu, turu, turu. ¿Verdad que fue a buscar eso? Estaba cocinando, pues, si me equivoco, ¿no?
Ah, how did it go? Did you find the ingredients?
¡Quemando!
You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Bueno, si tú quieres.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
Aún tenemos hueá que hacer.
I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
Por eso mismo.
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together.
Esto es verdad.
Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's
Es
macaron.
tan bonito, weón.
I
Me dan tanta
understand
hambre,
now.
weón.
Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water, in celebration of this
Puta otra
moment.
que brinda con agua, pues, weón. Un juguito, weón.
Huh?
Creo haber oído algo por ahí. ¿Será algún animalito?
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast!
Saru.
May your travels go smoothly, may the Spina continue to grow, and may our friendship last until the end of time. All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
Aquí la pata. Puta. ¿Por qué hay un weón ahí?
Shower me with praise!
No puede haber nada como la ni po. No. Uy. Tu, 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 tu.
Bring it! Hey, get him!
Hola. Conejos.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The Demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage
que
is
está
the
un poquito
one
más
thing
rellenito.
keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. No, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your...
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Ahí yo discrepo. Pues a mí me gusta estar en casita.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Vale.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
Ambas me vieron una situación similar.
Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time.
Claro.
She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
Claro, solo le falta ser mayor de edad para poder firmar el contrato del diablo.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
Alguien está sapeando. No, estoy loco. Definitivamente he oído algo.
Is something up, Traveler?
Vengan conmigo a que nos sigue.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Stop right there!
¿Yo puedo disparar? Oh, yo quería dispararle.
We knew you were going to be difficult!
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Ok. ¿Pelea?
Haha! This one's got your name on it!
Hiya! Ha!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Feeling lucky? Hiya!
Attack! That's the way.
Está viola.
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
No estamos solos. Tenemos gente arriba.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
No.
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula.
¿Para vengarse por qué?
We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much!
Calmado, mierda.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
Mientes.
Huh?
Llevan todo el camino siguiéndonos.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
Interesante.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time.
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
Hey.
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Sí, porque eso al final el odio trae más odio.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk.
Claro.
I still think we should keep an eye
una
out for
tregua.
Romeu's folks, though. if he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Claro.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already, so why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Chivo, puede que quieran atacar Poison mientras estemos acá.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool.
Vamos.
Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Todo lo culo que está en las cloacas, po. Weón. Quien chuche vende wea, vende fruta en una cloaca. Hay un TV, po.
Go, go, Ferret Bunny! Hey, get him!
No, no se ven los conejos.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep, and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it.
Bueno,
You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
supongo.
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Finally on the right path.
It's way more fun than I thought. Told you I'd win.
Need those parts. It's taking him so long. Just
Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest.
¿Qué quieres?
Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
Si nos invitas tú, no nos podemos negar.
I knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot. Bring it.
No, hombre, de verdad hay caña, pues.
Get him. Hey!
How can you call this fishing when
Conejos.
you're using a fully automatic rod?
En todo caso, pues, bueno.
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, traveler?
No, pues la gracia de conseguir uno
Then
mismo.
let's try regular rods next time. We can have a real fishing competition.
Vale.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Me pegó el bastazo la desgracia.
It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina.
¿Tu madre?
My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say.
Huh.
My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Malus and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly... When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Malus come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me.
¿Y se dejó pagar el coso?
I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about
po.
those around you,
Dudar
the
tiene
more
su
you should care
consecuencia.
about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences.
Ay,
And when
nay.
that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Sorry. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's.
Oh.
And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
Ay.
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
You want Paimon to help too?
Teyvat, ayúdanos. Puta. Un pescadito.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day! We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Ayuda.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today. See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Ella está poseída. Solo Slayer puede salvarla.
¿La banda?
No.
Pro dice, "Hola, Riven".
Ay.
El Arcángel nos acaba de hacer una raid con 4 personas, o gatos. Ari el gato, José y más.
José y más. Gracias por el sustito, weón. Ay, me he quedado dormido. La madre, weón. Ay. Adoro que comentas.
Sergio Pro dice, River 36 gone, River 36 gone.
Puta, me quedó mío.
Huh.
Ay, qué linda. Ay.
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
See? This guy gets it!
Claro. Ay, ¿cómo les fue? Espero que hayas hecho un buen directo y que te haya ido bien. ¿Qué estuviste haciendo?
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
A mí me vieron en la caña de pescar, po.
Adele, we're back! We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise.
Oli.
Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Olis.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case.
No, no hay problema.
I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too! What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your so I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Ella está poseída. Solo Slayer puede salvarla.
¿La banda?
Muchas gracias.
LLUL.
Oh, so that's it!
Black Jaco nos acaba de hacer una raid con 4 personas, o gatos. Ari el gato, José y más.
Ahí está tu cosito automágico.
Sí, no, yo tengo que ver cómo me va porque en teoría el curso debiese terminar la última semana de agosto. Y de ahí ya estaría postulándome a entrevistas.
Muchas gracias a los que vengan del Blackjack. Yo soy Zaptersz y soy estúpido. Y bueno, bienvenidos sean aquí. Tenemos a todos canjes de sustitos. También tengo una bola 8 musical, que es como una bola 8 normal, solo que esta te canta. Así que eso. Muchas gracias. Aquí estamos haciendo la misión de la Navia.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Olis.
Shadow _Hunter 2988 dice, Olis.
Saludos. Muchas gracias por el follow.
Hunter 2988 nos acaba de seguir. Muchas gracias, Oe.
Muchas gracias. Como regalo por el follow, tiene derecho a hacer una pregunta a la bola 8 musical gratis. A la pregunta. Y yo lo activo.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously.
Shadow _Hunter 2988 dice, ay no sé qué preguntar.
Pregunte,
Shadow
pregunte.
_Hunter 2988
Aproveche.
dice, XD.
Aproveche que es gratis.
Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
O si está el Blackjack por ahí también. Si quieres preguntar algo también, aproveche.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official
Black
member,
Jaco dice, la
you're
mayonesa
still
es
part
un
of the
Cero
instrumento.
nos acaba de seguir. Muchas gracias, Oe.
Ahora Marepoto. A ver, pregunte Marepo. ¿La mayo es un instrumento? ¿Sí o no?
Gracias por preguntar a la bola 8. ¿Quieres saber la respuesta? Pues te la digo. Yo te diré que no, pero tú sabes que la respuesta es sí.
Así no va. Así que sí. Interesante.
Shadow _Hunter 2988 dice, ya tengo una pregunta.
Pregúntela, pregúntela.
Boss!
¿Qué pasó?
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
Shadow _Hunter 2988 dice, después de ellos leaks de Pokémon, ¿es legal tirarse un Pokémon? Shadow _Hunter 2988 dice, XD.
Preguntémosle, po. A ver. ¿Es canon el ligue con los Pokémon?
Gracias por preguntar a la bola 8. ¿Quieres saber la respuesta? Pues te la digo. ¿Qué pregunta tan buena? Por supuesto que no. ¿Pa' qué preguntas, weas? Saludos.
Shadow
Ok,
_Hunter
parece que no.
2988 dice, jajajajajajaja.
O sea, no son canon.
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
Ah, chucha. Se le echaron virgio los culiados.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
Pitearse todo Poison Poon.
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
Could they have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Chucha. Se colocó violento esta cosa.
Romeo and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
Tipo, una cosa es que odien a este grupo, pero otra cosa es que se quieran pitear a gente que vive aquí, ¿no?
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople, and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
Aún tienen el barquito ahí.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you? If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Buen plan.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe.
¿Usted también juega en Genshin de casualidad? ¿O son alérgico al texto?
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Oh.
Watch out, boss!
¿Era un traidor? ¡Que tu madre!
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter,
No.
are you with
la
Romeo
traición.
too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Mira qué bastardo, weón.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
¿Pero qué ha hecho ella, weón?
You better stick close to me.
Romeo
Puta,
promised me
me
that he
había
would
caído
leave
bien el viejo.
Poisson alone if I could just take you out.
Ah, vale.
But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question.
Puta, el culo complicado, dime, sin rodeos. ¿Por qué, po, concha tu madre?
You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Melusan Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
Ay, pero no le eché la culpa a ella, po, weón.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened, and resolving to apologize to Malus, as back then because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you.
Ay, pero le estoy culpando por que no son de ella, po. Está desgraciado.
I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was—
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all?
Sure.
Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing?
Y salvar a la gran mayoría de buenos de Contain no bastó, weón.
Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Bueno, sí. Estoy seguro que hay gente que está por eso.
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you. And pay the price. Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too!
Sí, pues sola no está, po.
I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina
O mira, se va a
Dimosula.
enfrentar. Chucha.
Hey there! Yeah! Hey there! Hiya! This one's got your name on it! A proper send-off! From the Spina with love! Cha! Hiya! Cha! Oh!
Ay,
Ha! Coming at ya! Ha! Ha! Attack!
oh.
Florent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
¿Verdad? Porque nosotros fuimos para allá, po.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars. Get him! No escape!
Hunt them down.
Vamos a hacerlo rapidito.
Into the shadows.
Shower me with praise!
Let the mountain's veins boil!
They certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Teams echo!
Strike a pose! Let it rain!
Oh.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
Aquí.
Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for?
Una llave.
Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find. Oh, you found it! That's amazing!
La contra el toque, po.
Let's turn off the device right now. That should do it, right?
Sí, sí, tú.
Navi and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
Oye, yo no dejaría esta explosión ahí sin recuerdo, po. Bueno. La cuestión de que nosotros nos vayamos, venga alguien más y reactive la weá, ¿no? Uy, cinemática.
They're gonna bury Quitasol!
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Look, I'm doing this the Spina way.
Ay. Ay. Para googleo, pero bueno. Ay, qué linda.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
En juicio por homicidio frustrado.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! I knew our...
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
¿Estás cansada?
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well.
Este tipo se está tomando bien como su mano derecha.
Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. That's good at least. Coulter. I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth,
Tengo un cofre
you are no
bloqueado ahí al
longer
fondito.
a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
Claro. Lo echan de la sociedad, pero aún puede seguir siendo ciudadano de la wea. Aunque yo le pondría méritos para ver si es que puede volver a tener... puede volver a ser miembro. Mandarle a hacer un par de trabajos por aquí y por allá. Y que se gane ahí el perdón. todos deben tener acceso a una segunda oportunidad,
As I
supongo.
thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a true... Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like seeing it still standing there, tall and proud. It makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more
Que
upset
tenemos un
than
cangrejo
tired
abajo,
or
po, weón.
anything.
Cangrejito.
Just give her some time.
Te acompañamos de vuelta a casita.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left.
Sí, tranquilo, para eso están los amigos, para apoyarse.
Traveler,
Ah,
I want to
literal.
ask you something. And please, tell me the truth.
Foto.
Do you really see me as your partner?
Oye, mira, me acabo de dar cuenta. Está con el colorcito del elemento que le coloqué, bueno. Sí, pues, somos
Of
tus
course.
socios. Oh, habló. El bastardo habló, weón.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days.
Par de días más.
Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me. I used to think that I'd never doubt myself.
Puta, pero es que mentalmente está terriblemente
You
cansada
could
esta
say
cabra,
I've
po, weón.
discovered that
Con todo lo que ha
I'm not
pasado.
as strong as I thought I was. Coulter
Normal
mentioned
que
my
esté así, po,
parents,
weón.
as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Yo sí pienso que esta tipa debería ir al psicólogo. Mucho trauma la puede afectar, weón.
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well.
Pucha, no me digáis que también eres ahí del otro bando.
There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Chucha, tengo miedo, weón.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
¿Lo tengo aquí? Ah. No voy a llegar. No, no llego, no llego. Ah. Ay. Uf.
Hey! Go, go, Barret Buddy! Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished. But special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before. So I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
Ah. El boceto del tato, ¿no?
This is... Papa, Mother, and me.
Nah.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow! This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
Sí, pues sí era obvio.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We are gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
Siempre tendré fe en nuestro vínculo.
Thank you
En
so
nuestro vínculo.
much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is.
Sergio Pro dice, mañana sale el evento del cumpleaños de Naida Hungry Paimon.
¿Oh, en serio? ¿Pero va a haber un evento? Interesante. ¿O un evento web?
This really is quite the surprise.
Sergio Pro dice, volvemos a Sumeru.
Ah, va a ser un mini evento. Buena. Tengo que hacer creo que aún tengo un evento pendiente aún.
I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Está bonito el diseño, weón. Todo va a estar genial, weón. Aunque hubiera sido genial que me hubieran dado la estatua para poner en la tetera. Hubiera sido un buen detalle. Oh, mira, 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 me voy a sacar una foto con Nadia.
Get him! Go, go, Baron Bunny!
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president. For looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
Debe ser algo de la gente.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I started to question. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier. You know, I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for
Daremes
me.
dice, hello.
Hola Darencilla, ¿cómo estás?
Daremes dice, adiós.
Adiós.
Pero los rasguños, la marca del cuerpo, también. Sí, sí, o sea, sí están los rasguños.
Los cubitos Scooby-Doo, los cubitos Scooby-Doo, nos encanta hacer cubitos Scooby-Doo.
Ay, ese comentario. Los clips son muy chistosos, Daren.
Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other.
Espero que hayas hecho la misión de Nadia, si no te hiciste medio spoiler.
The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the It seems like I started to question. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it.
A ver, ¿lo olvido o no lo olvido?
Okay, but please keep it a secret
Daremes
between us
dice,
from now on.
jeje buenas noches,
Please
espero que te
don't
vaya
ever
muy
mention
bien
it
el
again.
stream.
Muchas gracias, Darencita. En todo caso, estoy por terminar pronto, así que... Pero igual, muchas gracias. Vaya, vaya, descanse. Aunque ni siquiera supe cuándo llegaste por acá. Está bien. Ok. A ver, nos terminamos la historia de la Navia. ¿Cuál nos toca ahora? Uy, nos toca volver a Liwe. Con la Shen Yun.